What's up, guys? My name is Andre. I'm going to be covering the opening range breakout by time report on edgeful.com. So right now we're looking at YM in the last 6 months in the New York session. What this report looks at is how often price will break out of the orb before a certain time or after a certain time of day. So right now I will go to the standard orb report. What you can see is that roughly 50% of the time price will single break, and then 50% of the time price will double break. So that's really important to know for the IB by time report. And I'm going to go over, the orb by time report. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to my orb indicator. What you can see here, I'll try to find a good example, is this day is a single break of the orb. Price only broke one side of the orb. The indicator will automatically plot the high and low for you, but this is a single break day here. This is a double break day because price broke the high and the low. Try to find another example. This is another example of a double break day. This is a double break day. This is a single break day. And one thing that's very important to note is that this is still a single break day because it only broke one side. It did not touch the orb low. Right now, the orb, the default orb time is from 9:30 to 9:45. It's always just the first 15 minutes of the session. So if you select London session, it's going to be from 3 a.m. to 3:15 a.m. It's always the first 15 minutes. You can customize it using this right here, orb time frame. It will change if you select the London session. You can go over here. You can see, go to my customization from 3 a.m. to 3:15. I'm going to stick to the New York session here. The breakout time that I want to measure here is right now is set to 11 a.m. This is 1.5 hours after the market opens. So I'm looking at the New York session. 1.5 hours after the New York session start is 11 a.m. If I change this to be 2 hours and I click save, it will be 11:30. That is 2 hours after 9:30. It's pretty straightforward. So now I have the double break days selected, right? I'm filtering only for days that break both sides of the orb. So what you can see is that of all the days that broke both sides of the orb, roughly 55% of them will do that before 11:30. So let's actually go a little bit further out so I can show you a more aggressive example. So if I want to look at 1 p.m., right, 1 p.m. Eastern time, the orb of all the double break days, of all 67 double break days in the last 6 months on YM, 54% of them will have broken out of both sides of the orb before 1 p.m. Eastern time, right? This blue vertical line is 1 p.m. Eastern right over here. You can see, ironically, this day did break at 1 p.m., but 80% of all the double break days will double break before 1 p.m. So let's try to find another one here. Just give me a second. I'm trying to find a double break day. Okay, here's a very clear example. Let's find 1 p.m. Blue vertical line. Broke the high, broke the low. We go to single break. Now this is filtering only for single break days. 100% of all single break days have broken out before 1 p.m. Obviously, let's pull this back in a little bit. Let's look at the first hour. So if we're looking just at the first hour, now what we're doing is we're filtering for only days that break one side. So this day here, this day here, this day here. And we're saying how often is that first break going to happen before 10:30 a.m. 95% of all single break days are going to break out of the orb before 10:30 a.m. You can see here, let's look. This is a 15-minute chart, so this first bar is going to make up the orb. Immediately next bar breaks out. 10:30 is right here, so obviously broke before then. Here again, next candle breaks. Here again, next candle breaks. So if you are trading the orb, the way to use this is to say, I definitely want price to break out of the orb before 10:30 because only 3 of them have broken out after that. So you can always look at right over here. But if this is helpful, please subscribe to the YouTube. And if you have any questions, reach out to our support right over here. Thanks for watching.